look at all.
Okay, so but as analysts, that's why we're talking about this, looking at the possibility, bringing out the gains from here and there. But then someone told me yesterday night, he said, if the league ends today, Arsenal are champions of the league. Now they have 4 points clear of Manchester City, 12 more games to go. As a professional, if you were to advise Arteta, how would you maintain these points and ensure that Arsenal wins this title?
So first of all, we have to understand and agree that Arteta's tactics is what has brought this team so far, and it's never down to one player being spectacular. So unfortunately, we still have to rely on Arteta. But if I'm to give Arteta an advice, I would say that we have to be a little bit more. I still don't want to believe that Arteta is the one holding the team back. I think that the players have to take a bit more responsibility. For instance, yesterday, everyone was looking forward to Eze taking responsibility to say, you know what, let me take this game by the scruff of the neck. But unfortunately, Eze is a moment player, and for how long are we going to keep waiting for these moments that even him cannot produce on his own? He is overly dependent on somebody to produce these moments for him. So I would advise Arteta to stick with the formation right now. Stick with Odegaard. I think Eze should go. If Eze has to start, which I think he should start, I think he should play on the flank. Odegaard returns to the midfield. But I think after yesterday, Odegaard picked up another injury. Unfortunately, Kai Havertz, who could have made all these things better, is back on the injury list. I think Saka needs to come back into the pitch. But yeah, that's it for me. I think Gyökeres still retains his spot. And Gabriel Jesus, I feel like he needs to play more.
All right, a fortnight ago, I asked you if I can save the video. You said I can. I asked you if Arsenal win the league, and you said they were going to win the league. So we still have that, kept because 4 points now, and at that time I think it was 9 or 10 points, and I saw the smile on your face right now. That's my note to come out. You understand? But I understand. I still have the video. Now let's go to Spain. We'll still come back to the Premier League. I saw something extraordinary yesterday, and that was Atletico Madrid trashing Barcelona, most especially the first 45 minutes. Ademola Lookman playing a key role in that victory. What do you make of Atletico against Barcelona yesterday night? They went riot, or ran riot, I should say.
It was a shocker for me, because if I would have played that match, I think I would have picked Atletico to win 2-1. But when I was watching Arsenal on TV, I was also following Atletico match on my laptop. So I just kept seeing goals upon goals, and I was wondering what is actually happening. At some point, I had to confirm it wasn't a women's game notification that I was watching, because it was just, I feel like Atletico Madrid were being unfair to Barcelona, and they just kept going for them, pounding them, and Barcelona were just off it yesterday. And I think that Ademola Lookman coming into the Atletico Madrid squad can be really key for them. I think spectacular player that they have in him.
All right, I know you're very busy, man, but still give us some time here. You talked about Ademola Lookman, and there was so much talk, when he moved to Atletico Madrid. I personally didn't believe that was a sweet move because of the style of play of Diego Simeone and how he plays defensively. But then we've seen a different formation here. What changed? Because Julian Alvarez hadn't even scored in more than 2 months, and he got a goal yesterday. Ademola Lookman, for me, was a key player.
Yes, so I think a lot of people mistake defensive solidity for being defensive-minded. So I think the way I see it, if you look at it, Diego Simeone has produced, especially Atletico Madrid has produced a number of attacking qualities and have exported them. I think Ademola Lookman, considering that Griezmann is not really on top of his game anymore, Julian Alvarez is probably looking to move on next summer. I think that Ademola Lookman coming into this team can actually give that spark of attack that they, for instance, what we witnessed yesterday against Barcelona is just a glimpse of what they can achieve at Atletico Madrid. So I feel like people need to start looking away from saying defensive-minded to actually understand that defensive solidity is different from defensive-minded.
All right, so to me, we'll do in the next 5 minutes. We'll let you go. Like I said earlier, we'll be coming back to the Premier League, and it's no news that Tottenham sacked the manager in Thomas Frank. Many of us celebrated that move. Thomas Frank, what he did with Brentford, going to Tottenham, is going to, change the fortunes of the club. But with what we've seen, it's been a shadow of himself. And after that draw or loss and it was sacked. Your thoughts quickly about Tottenham parting ways with Thomas Frank.
I think Tottenham parting ways with Thomas Frank was an event waiting to happen. However, I have a feeling that it has gone on for this long since they sacked Pochettino. I watched a video where Tim Sherwood was also pitching himself to Tottenham to say, look, I still can take this job. I still can do it. I still believe that I can do it. And now that they've sacked Thomas Frank, I'm looking to see, is there any manager that will be willing to come? And I think it's beyond the managers. It is more of the philosophy at the club. I think they are not used to winning, or they don't want to win, or they only want to try. So I think there are certain steps that they need to take inwards, do a bit of shake-up in their executives, let some people go, look away from the managers, and begin to actually look at the inside of the club. I think it's rotten, and I think that there are certain big decisions that have to be made. Thomas Frank leaving Tottenham Hotspur was a dagger for me, because he is somebody that I really like and admire. Very good manager, very, very good manager. And I think he would have fit into Tottenham. He's not an elite manager, but I think that he's very good, has nice tactics. And I read that part of the frustrations with him was that he kept talking about how good Arsenal were and wanted Tottenham to emulate what he was seeing at Arsenal. And I think they have problems with that at Tottenham. And that's why I say that they need to start looking at their executives to say, look, I think certain people need to leave these positions so that we bring in fresh minds and bring in fresh people to actually help us get better eventually.
All right, finally, don't forget that these weekend matches will be played, but then the FA Cup, there are lots of matches to expect. We'll look at Saturday quickly. Leicester will be up against Southampton, Port Vale versus Bristol City. Norwich will take on the West Bromwich Albion. Manchester City is up against Salford City. Mansfield will be away to Burnley. Bolton Albion will take on West Ham United, while Liverpool will take on Brighton. We have to let you go, Rotimi, but Liverpool, Brighton, your thoughts quickly. This is a cup game. Many legs will be rested. Rotimi, can you hear me?
Sorry, I lost. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I said that Liverpool versus Brighton, this is a cup game. I know that many legs will be rested. The same with Aston Villa, Newcastle United. These are two big games. These are Premier League fixtures in the fourth round of the FA Cup.
I'm sorry, I lost you again. I could not. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, I said the game, Aston Villa versus Liverpool. I beg your pardon, Aston Villa versus Newcastle, Liverpool, Brighton. These are two big games, Premier League fixture, but these matches will be played in the fourth round of the FA Cup. These are tough games, and I know that some of the big boys will be rested.
Yes, you're correct. For Aston Villa versus Liverpool, I think that Liverpool going to win the match. I really don't believe in Emery. I feel like it's still the same old Emery that I know, that I'm used to.
Okay. All right, Rotimi, I must thank you for your time. Thank you for being a part
really
of the show.
I don't know if it's the network acting up.
All right, so Rotimi, thank you for being a part of the show. I truly appreciate you. That was Rotimi, who joined us live from Lagos as a sports analyst and presenter based